I'm Jim Gray, welcome back. This is video 12 of our iRecover educational series. And today we're going to talk about the promises. Now, people new to the program may be wondering about the promises of AA. In this video, we're going to discuss them in hopes that you'll gain a better understanding of them and be able to see how they relate to your personal situation. In active addiction, the promises may seem like a pie in the sky that'll never come true, but it will. So now we're going to go through the promises. Number one, we're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. It's difficult to understand the meaning of freedom when you're trapped by addiction. But when your mind is imprisoned and your freedom of choice is being dictated by your illness, you may not see any light at the end of the tunnel. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. In your recovery, you get the freedom back. The happiness that comes with that is due to having the ability to make choices again. Because for so long we had no ability to make choices. We let the alcohol make the choice. And promise number two, we'll not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. Well, some of us really think about this one. The past brought us pain, but it also allowed us to grow and be well. We'll not regret that pain brought us growth. Well, we only regret the pain we caused others, and we make direct amends whenever possible. So number three, we'll comprehend the word serenity. And number four, we'll know peace. Serenity is a peace of conscience that you get by letting go of our burdens, working through our steps, and working the program, and working with others. Peace comes from the desire and the attempts to live the way your higher power intends you to live, because He wants you to live a peaceful life. You can sleep at night with a clear conscience due to this, or if you don't want to, don't do that stuff. So number five, no matter how far down the scale we've gone, we'll see how our experience benefit others. You know, this whole idea we talked to you earlier about doing service work, and part of the service can be going and doing 12 steps calls and telling people, don't lie to them, tell them your experience, because your experience will let them open up and discuss their experience. Your experiences, however trivial you may think them, or serious, will help others go through the same situation. The consequences of your actions may save somebody else from going through what you went through. And do you really want somebody else to go through what you went through if you could help them? So we can do what I cannot. And we being me and the group, me and my God, whoever I'm working with in my mind and in my group. You know, that idea of we, because we're such I people, that if we learn from other people, we can learn to help other people. It's a crazy thing, you know. It says that unless you give it away, you can't keep it. So that's where that concept comes in here. So if you give it away, you're going to keep it. So talk about your problems. Other people are going to talk about their problems, so your problems become less. It's an incredible situation, incredible feelings. So number six, a feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. You know, when it disappears because of that, what we were just talking about, you're working with other people, so all your experiences aren't useless anymore. You're not a useless piece of shit. And that's what happens. That's when we get down there and we drink more and we drink more because pour me another drink. And if you can get out of that, if you can understand how your uselessness or your thought of being useless can help other people. You know, get rid of the self-pity. It'll disappear, just like the promises says. There's no magic here. What the promises says works. You know, you guys come in here wanting help. And if you work this program, as the program is, you're going to change your life. Life is going to become great. It just won't do it overnight. That being said, it'll take time to achieve this, of course. But your frame of mind will change, and you'll be someone who makes a contribution by helping others. So number seven, We'll lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Well, what does that mean? Well, you can only keep your sobriety if you give it away. That kind of thing, if we're interested in other people, we can keep ours. By being involved in recovery, we automatically are confronted by situations from other people and our own stuff. We'll gain the opportunity to help them with our experiences. And number 8, self-seeking will slip away. Well, what a great thing. Thank God for that. By getting rid of our shortcomings, we become so involved in the life of others, we forget about our little problems. We worry about having dirty shoes when we don't worry about a guy with no feet. And that's how we are. It becomes a natural thing to be more concerned with others than with ourselves. This will strengthen our sobriety. Number 9, our whole attitude and outlook on life will change. What an incredible idea that is. Your outlook on life will change. By working your program and changing the way you think and feel about the world, it becomes a natural progression. I used to think that everybody in my world did drink. But once I sobered up and realized there's millions of people that never drank. So that's what happens here. All of a sudden you can see other people. Number 10, fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. So when you're sober, you put yourself in the position to change your fortunes for the better. It's not a guarantee, but it gives you the means and opportunity to make something better of yourself and your situation. When we first get in and we're worried about being broke and we got no money in life, I've got no job and all that kind of stuff. Well, you got no money because you spent it all. You got no job because you're a lousy worker and people fired you. But that's not who you are today. So now, if you stick with this program and you work it, all of a sudden things will change. On a personal level, I got kicked out of school at grade 8, and now I own numerous treatment centers. Why is that? I'll tell you, the reason is because of Alcoholics Anonymous and my understanding of God. Because I didn't do this alone. And once I figured out I couldn't do this stuff alone, all of a sudden, God, in my understanding, took over and got me into these situations where now I can stand in front of a camera and hopefully convey some of this to you guys. Fear and anxiety is part of an active addiction, not part of recovery. Number 11, we will intuitively know how to handle situations that used to baffle us. Well, what a great thing that is. This is true as your brain is functioning normally once again. You're able to think things through and plan before you act, which isn't something we did in active addiction. We can now base decisions on intellect instead of emotions. Number 12, we will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Oh, what a great statement that is. This is a direct result of working your steps and allowing your higher power to take your defects and direct how you live your life. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They're being fulfilled amongst us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. But they'll always materialize if you work for them. So that was video 12 on the promises. You don't hear the promises enough in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. At least that's what this alcoholic thinks. But, there's a saying that don't quit before the miracle happens. And I think that's what happens, is a lot of people walk out before this stuff starts happening. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's going to happen if you work the program. So, I appreciate you all being here for video 12, and I'll see you down the road at video 13. I'm Jim Gray. Talk to you later.